Hey everybody at Bass East, Justin Lucas here. Got Scott Canterbury with me today, Straight Talk Pro on the FLW Tour. What's going on, Scott?
Not much, just ready to get the year started. Excited about it anyhow.
Absolutely. Hey, we're here at Bass Pro Shops today. It's Friday, March 2nd. Just did a couple seminars. Scott's talking about the Alabama rig. He's done figuring it out now, and he's the Alabama rig king. But, you know, we got a couple tournaments coming up where that could be a player. What do you think, man? Hartwell and what's after Hartwell anyway? Table Rock and also Beaver.
Beaver Lake, yeah. You know, I think it's going to be a player all year long. You know, there's going to be some tournaments when the fish get up shallow and go to spawning that they're not going to bite it as good. But these first few, if the water temp stays down like it should this time of year, I don't know about how the weather is, but if it stays down, it's going to be a big player in it. And I mean, you know, it could dominate a couple of tournaments. It's dominating all the tournaments all over the country right now. Every tournament I've heard of on Beaver, from Greg Bohannon and Table Rock and all those, instead of taking the 17, 18 pounds on the wiggle wart to win, it's been taking anywhere from 24 on Beaver and all the way up into the low 30s on Table Rock. It's crazy.
That's unbelievable.
It's crazy, yeah, it is. It's taking the nation by storm. I mean, it's the most dominating lure or bait that came out in my lifetime, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it's better than the chatterbait or anything as far as dominating every tournament all over the country.
Absolutely. All right, so we know the Alabama rig's going to be a factor coming up this year on the FLW Majors and Opens. Coming up for Hartwell, let's just get Scott's quick pick maybe. It's a different lake this year. The water's down 8 feet. It's not going to be similar to last year, maybe a little bit, but definitely different conditions. Maybe give us 2 or 3 dark horse picks on fantasy fishing. We know the obvious: Jason Christie, Brent Ayler, first and second last year. Give us somebody else.
You know, I mean, you know, there's going to be a lot of fishing out deep this time. Your guys like Scott Suggs fishing over that timber and stuff. He may be one that's really hard to handle this year. Moorhead did good last year.
See, we put him on the spot, and now he's got to pick his buddies first.
No, I mean, you know, I'm not really picking any buddies. They're going to be hard to beat. But, you know, last year was the first time I ever went to Hartwell. You did really good there last year. Caught him. I know how you caught him, but, I mean, that could play a factor. But, you know, I like the way it fished, too. So, I mean, you know, it fished like a couple of lakes around here, sort of similar to Lake Martin and stuff.
Sure.
I like the way it fished, and that was the first time I'd ever seen it. It had a good tournament. So, you know, I'm hoping to do well myself there. But that's a few. Scott Suggs and those guys that fish a lot of that offshore, that standing timber, and over the top of that timber catching suspended bass will be hard to reckon with there.
That's a tough way to fish, too. So, all right, guys, you heard it from Scott Canterbury, Straight Talk Pro. I'm Justin Lucas. I'll check back in with you after practice at Hartwell. Maybe give you a few more dark horse picks here for fantasy fishing this next week.